All right, welcome, Ready, Set, Glow. I think I'm streaming live into the group. I'll just refresh my page and make sure I'm in the correct group, as always, because sometimes I've been known to go live on my wall mistakenly. I am dual streaming a portion of this welcome over to Instagram for those of you that aren't on Facebook, and I will save it to YouTube for you afterwards if you want to pull it up that way. I'll send it out through email. So you can grab it that way as well. But I am super stoked to welcome you to our annual Ready, Set, Glow cleanse. We are kicking off on Monday. And the reason that I do this live stream with you the Friday before the week is because we have some prep to do this weekend. And so I wanted to, especially for those of you that are brand new to this detox, I wanted to do a brief overview, review of our private Facebook community, which you're seeing me stream in right now. And then I want to take you through specifically the prep for this weekend. And then answer any questions that you may have. So if you do have a question in the Facebook group, just type it into the comments with a Q in front of it, and I'll go through those afterwards. But first of all, those of you that are brand new, we're stoked to have you here. We have over 3,000 people in this detox. Now, they don't all participate every time we run it, which is one of the nice things with the way I run my programs is once you're in, you're in. So when you purchase the detox for $45, that gave you lifetime access to future cleanses with us. So if the timing of this being next week for our cleanse run doesn't work so great for you, no worries. You can join us in April. That's when we'll be doing our spring cleanse. But I do feel like the timing of this one is extra special, you know? Let's just disrupt this whole thing, cleanse out the old, upgrade ourselves into the new, and do it together. So what I want to do first with you, for those of you that are brand new to our group, and maybe you've never been part of a group community like this before where you have many active elements within the group experience. We have our discussion wall, obviously, where you can post questions and engage with each other. There's a pinned post section where you'll find the key things that I want you to know when you come into the group. You'll find those there. And then we have units. And in the units is, if you think of units, they're like modules, right? So you can click through, everything's organized for you in the way that you'll want to go through it. So I just want to take you through some quickies as an introduction to the group. Let me share my screen. Okay, so, and it's going to be a little bit small for you, but obviously you can go in and peek around after this video. So pinned to the very top of the wall, you'll see the video that I'm doing right here with you right now. I'm going to go about 20 minutes, okay? So keep it short because I know you want to probably start going through your ebook and going through the prep that you'll want to be doing. As you scroll down, oh, there's my face. Hello. Nice to see you guys, all of you that are on. So you'll scroll through the wall and you'll see pinned posts, things that will interest you. So for example, this morning I posted the giveaways that we'll be doing next week. That's right. The gift of this cleanse is not just the next level that you'll go in your health, but we have some fun in this group. So there's going to be giveaways each group just for doing a specific assignment. So you'll see that posted in this group every morning next week at 7 a.m. Eastern. So I want to make sure I catch you before you're off to your beautiful day. So you'll see a post guiding you through that day's activity for the detox, and then you'll have a little assignment. You can engage with it, and through that, you'll have the ability to enter the giveaways. And I'm giving away 7 detox prize packs, which all include a bundle of doTERRA oil, a Rocking Vibes Soul Sparkle bracelet, and a Whole Fit Organic notebook. So I'll be announcing those winners next week. So you'll have all week to participate in the daily challenges. But what I would like to go through with you right now are the units. So when you come into the group, you'll want to go up to the very top and you'll see units. Okay, so all the headings are across the top. And I might need to just expand my page here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so first you'll see the welcome unit. So in here, and I'll actually go through these just so you can see what they look like. So in the welcome unit, you will find it's more just a hey, welcome to the group, and I give you a link to the Whole Fit calendar so you can see when the guided cleanses are running. I keep that updated annually. I've already put the dates in for next year, so you could click through there if you want to find out when the next cleanse is, maybe because you can't do it this run with us. Then just a reminder to turn your notifications on in this group, and here's why. This group goes to sleep in between the cleanses, so I'm not active in this group during that time. I'm only active in here with you during the cleanse run. So this is your week to make the most of this experience together. So turn those notifications on so you don't miss posts, because you're not going to have to worry about getting notifications after the cleanse week next week. And trust me, I'm a big fan of turning off notifications. But here's the one time I'm going to say, hey, let's turn those on so you don't miss a beat. Detox updates to your inbox. Now, when you purchased the detox, you automatically received a welcome email from me with your ebook, and that simply adds you to the segment just for this detox. So with that purchase, you will receive a daily note to your inbox next week, and you'll actually receive one from me tomorrow and Sunday, guiding you through your meal prep. You won't receive any other emails from me outside of this week of cleansing together, unless you're subscribed to other segments of mine, perhaps my Whole Fit Insider segment, which I give you a link there. But just so you know, those are pretty valuable if you don't like to be on Facebook and you want to have that little nudge each day to just pop into the group and engage with the assignment. And most people actually save these emails into a folder in their inbox because they're valuable for those times you might want to do this cleanse on your own. You could just wake up each day and open up the day one email, and here you go. Here's what you do. So those can be very helpful, and I give you the subscribe link there. If you don't think you're in the list, you would have received an email from me this morning reminding you of this live stream together. So if you didn't get that, you're probably not in the list. So you might want to add yourself there. Okay, Unit 2 is the program overview. So this is a much more in-depth walkthrough of the ebook. And you could watch this if you want to be taken through the flow of this program, the reason why we do things in the order that we do them. So give that a watch if you haven't yet. The next unit are so you have a link to your program book there. You can click, you can download it to your desktop, you can peruse through it. I don't suggest that you print this ebook because it is pretty big, okay? It's going to be about 100 pages. But what I have done for you is I have taken out everything that you will probably want to print. So the checklists, the prep lists, the templates that you can explore throughout this week, those are all available to you at this link here that you see. It's password protected, so you've got the password there. Here's something new my assistant Jill and I are doing for you starting for this round, because I received feedback last week. I have a new blueprint that I created called the Healthy Kitchen Blueprint. It's a new ebook. And somebody wrote me and said, I would love to have all of the recipes that are in ready for you on this printer link tomorrow. So if you want to, you can go in right now and print your checklists and your templates. But if you want to print all of the detox recipes, it's going to be a PDF of about 150 pages, which is part of the reason why I typically haven't included the written recipes in my ebooks, because they would take up so much room. But I love this idea, and I'm glad this member of our community gave me this feedback. So that's coming this weekend, just so you know. If you are a fan of the printed recipe, it's going to be ready for you. You can put them in a binder, label it with detox and lemon stickers, and you'll be good to go. In the next unit, we have your detox prep and shopping. So you're going to receive an email from me, and you'll see a post in the Facebook group tomorrow kicking this off, walking you through what that prep's going to look like. But if you want to have a quick look through that, there's some tips here you can see people in our community have shared over the years. I give you your free 45-day trial to Plan to Eat, which I'm introducing you to in this detox, not only because it's a tool I've used and loved for over 10 years, but it simplifies creating health in your kitchen by planning out your detox recipes for the week. I've seen many of you sharing over on Instagram that you've already done this as of last week. You were wrapping your head around this week and planning the recipes so that the food doesn't become a stress. Because if the food becomes a stress this week, if you're not feeling prepared and setting yourself up for success, you're not going to go as deep into your cleanse as you would if you were prepared. Okay, so Plan to Eat is brilliant for that. And so you have, if you're brand new to the cleanse, activate this free trial, play around with it. I'm pretty sure you're going to love it. There's not many things that I stick around with for 10 years in terms of like a tool, you know, and it's just something that's made my life a lot easier. So I'm happy to share it with you. So in this prep section, I have given you some pointers to be considering. So this week, the week before you go into a cleanse, you can make it easier on yourself by doing some of these cutbacks that I share in this unit. Cutting back on meat and dairy and caffeine and sugar and alcohol. Honestly, you're going to reduce or fully eliminate the headache potential next week if you scale it back in these areas. So, and I also make some recommendations for, you know, I always think of somebody being brand new to a cleanse and feeling overwhelmed, like there's so many things they want to change. And the key thing to remember is, you know, you move the needle in one area. Maybe for just this coming week, a really big driver for you is going to be drinking more water. That's great. Let that be all you focus on. Obviously, trying to commit to what we're doing in the detox together. But if that is one of the single, you know, most consistent things you do all week, that's a habit that's going to greatly impact your life beyond the cleanse. So you focus on that one area, but you're all coming into this cleanse from a different place, right? So some of you've been part of Ready, Set, Glow since the very beginning. So you've done years and years with us, and this for you is a time for you to do your personal next level. You're going to go deeper in some area. And I gave you some suggestions of areas to look at to start to reduce your exposure to poisons. I've been talking a lot about this lately, you guys. If you follow me on Instagram, or you've been, you know, in community with me for a while, you know that I'm very clear on how important it is that you are reducing your exposure to toxins and poisons, because in that state, you're blocked. You're not able to see and understand or understand what's happening, especially in a time like we're living through right now. The more blocked that you are through poisons that are in your lifestyle, the less you are able to discern and have clear eyes with what we're dealing with right now. And the less you're able to make strong, confident decisions going forward. And so this is why I actually feel like the timing of this detox is not coincidental, okay? Very intentional. So anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but in that module, the week out, 5 days out from a cleanse, there's things you want to be considering reducing your exposure to make it easier for yourself to go deeper. Now, I do provide some guidance here for those of you that use doTERRA. You perhaps have access to doTERRA oils and supplements, some of the cleansing supplements like GX Assist and Zendocrine. I give you guidance on how to use those in the cleanse. This is not a cleanse for people in doTERRA, but obviously I'm a pretty big advocate for this lifestyle. I've been living it and teaching it now for 7 years, and it's changed my life. And so I incorporated education on how you can put your oils to work for you during this week, but you certainly don't have to. Now, for those of you that want to, and you don't have access to the oils and supplements, I can help you out with that. If I'm the one who's been sharing doTERRA with you, you can just message me. I can even create a little custom kit for you that focuses on products that will support you in cleansing. Okay, so just message me if you have questions. I'm happy to help. Okay, then I have a shop section here in the unit. So here's where I go through detox approved packaged foods, which is something you might want to pay attention to if you want to make it a little easier on yourself and have things in your cupboard that you can grab quickly. You know, like Amy's organic soups. You might want to stock up on those if you feel like you're going to be busier next week and don't have time to prepare some of the soup recipes, right? So show yourself grace if you know that you're heading into a busier time next week and you still want to do the cleanse. Then there are some products that will make your life easier. Approved juice brands are in here. If you don't own a juicer and you want to purchase juices to have, you want to make sure they're raw, organic, and cold pressed. The key thing here is you want to try to avoid juices that have more than 2 high sugar produce items. That's important, okay? Because often juices will have like carrot, beet, and apple all in a juice, and those are really high sugar content produce items, which spike your blood sugar quickly. While I'm on this note, what I want to just briefly explain to you, especially those that are brand new, here's the rhythm of a typical day during Ready, Set, Glow. There are, and I walk you through this in more detail in your ebook, but just very briefly, when you wake up in the morning, there are a few detox rituals that I'm encouraging you to do, like scraping your tongue and oil pulling. Okay, those are in the how-to guides of your program book. You go downstairs, you have a good 20 ounces of water with lemon, or you could even have that as a tea, and then you come into the juice of your morning. Now, you can have multiple juices from when you wake up to lunchtime, but in Ready, Set, Glow, you're just focusing on liquids in the morning. Now, the whole focus of this detox is to, throughout the day, slowly start to rev up the digestive system. But the reason that I've structured it this way is because your digestive system, it consumes a lot of your body's energy. And if you, in the morning, many of you have noticed this, I'm sure. When you wake up in the morning and let's say you have some really big breakfast, or sometimes let's say you have a really big breakfast typically. Do you notice how tired you feel within 30 to 60 minutes of eating that meal? A lot of people do feel that way, and yet that's when they're going into their morning or into the office, into their business to do their best work, and they're feeling tired. So that's one issue. Another issue people face is eating something like a bagel, and it's just straight up carbs, goes to the bloodstream, and then they're hungry and they've got headaches within an hour, let's say, because they haven't properly satiated. So in the morning you have your juice, but then what I suggest you do, especially for those of you that are fast burners, you're going to make a tea, an herbal tea or a chaga tea or a rooibos, something without caffeine, and you're going to add a teaspoon of that full fat, good coconut oil. I did see one question posted below the live stream today, somebody who's allergic to coconut. You could use avocado oil. It's pretty tasteless. I think anything else like olive oil is going to just not be so lovely on the palate. But the goal here is that you're introducing fats, which are going to help the fat-soluble vitamins from your juice absorb, but it's also going to satisfy you. So you're not getting those hunger pains within an hour of having the juice, okay? So, and then just to come back to that, in the afternoon, now you're working your way up. You've had liquids in the morning. Now you're having a blended meal at lunchtime. So you have a variety of juice recipes in your ebook for the morning. You have a variety of smoothie and soup recipes in your ebook for the afternoon. So because of the timing of this cleanse in November, you may not feel like having a cold smoothie for lunch. You might want to do the blended soups, okay? But the goal here is that it's blended, that your blender's doing the digestion for you. And then in the later afternoon, you start to break that rhythm and you have whole food snacks. And then at night, you have a whole food dinner. That's the structure of the detox when it comes to the food. There's various rituals that I recommend you do throughout the day: dry skin brushing, deep breathing, body movement, getting movement in. And then at the end of the day, one of the favorites in this program is the Ready Set Glow Nightcap Latte. It doesn't have caffeine. It's just a nice way to end the day satisfied. It's a beautiful beverage to make up, and that's great for those of you that perhaps like to snack at night. Then I definitely recommend you whip that up at night. So that's the structure of the day. Now, in the printables and in your ebook, you'll find a template for structuring your day, like really planning out your day, when you're going to be having certain things, and just really thinking about next week, because the goal is that you make it as easy on yourself as possible so that your body can do the cleansing it wants to do without you feeling extra stressed. Okay, let me see if there's anything else I want to go through in the units. We have a recipe sharing thread in there. So while I give you lots of yummy detox recipes in the ebook, I also opened up this thread a few years ago, I think it was a few years ago, where people in our community have added links to their favorite recipes. So you can check that out to see if there's additional ones you want to print off for next week. So as you can see, there's some good stuff in these units. I also have the How to Glow guides in here, where you can learn how to tongue scrape, how to dry brush, how to oil pull. So you can find all those there. And then there's a promo code for the Whole Fit Shop, just some fun stuff in there. What else? Q&A. Anytime somebody's asked a question in the group that I thought would be helpful for more people, I've pinned it to that unit. So that's that. Let me close out of here. I'm going to stop our screen sharing and just come back to the main page and answer any questions you guys might have live. Okay, let me pull up my... There we go. Okay, so if you have a question while I'm on with you, just post it into the comments. But here's what I suggest. You definitely want to go through your ebook. You don't have to print it. You can just go through it and make sure you understand the rhythm of our days next week, and plan your meals for sure. You want to plan, especially for those of you that have kids and maybe a family living at home. You want to be mindful of what they're going to be eating and what you're going to be eating, so it supports you, and you want to talk to them too. Let them know what you're going to be up to next week so they can support you in that as well. And then you'll want to go to the printer section and print off your templates. Like I said, if you want to print all of the recipes from your ebook, we're going to have that uploaded to that private, that password protected printer page tomorrow. We should have it there tomorrow morning. What else? Just be prepared to grow with us. You know, think about one of the worksheets in your ebook is asking you, you know, what do you really want to make of this experience? What, you know, what's that area where you know you need to level up? You want to just take to that next level, and we always go further. We will typically do on our own. Great things about being part of this group is, you know, everyone's coming into this from a different place and with different goals, but you can definitely make this your own, make it what you need it to be. So before I go over to Q&A, watch for the posts in this Facebook group every morning at 7 a.m. starting tomorrow and running until the end of our cleanse week next week, where I will start tomorrow guiding you through the prep. There's a little bit of prep to do tomorrow. Some of you might be doing your grocery shop tomorrow for next week, so you'll want to be planning those meals tonight, so you really have a good grip on what you're going to be needing for next week. And then we kick off Monday. So you'll find the first post in here, 7 a.m. Monday morning. And again, I'll be guiding you through the week. You'll be invited to engage below each post to enter the daily giveaways. I'll announce all the winners for next week, the following Monday after the cleanse has ended. Yeah, and I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys. So let me hop over to the questions and just see what's up. I can't see which of you wrote the question, so unfortunately, I'll just read the question. Someone said, so excited to have a juicer this round. I'm breastfeeding, so I can't participate fully, but I'm still stoked. That's a number one question I get when it comes to this program. I hear from a lot of mothers who are either pregnant or breastfeeding and want to participate. And I do not suggest any kind of cleanse while you are pregnant or nursing, because your body's totally focused on supporting a human being. So to strip back the body and make it focus on a reduction in calories and dumping toxins from the lymph into the blood, or from the blood into the lymph, doesn't make sense at that time. However, what I've often shared is what you can do is focus on 1, 2, or 3 things that are going to help you just take your health to the next level. It could be focusing on your water intake with us all next week. Or maybe you do want to do a week with us where you're not having meat and dairy and caffeine, and just cutting out some of those heavier digestive foods. So that's great. I'm glad you're joining us. What juicer does everyone use? Someone asked. She says, I have an old Jack LaLanne looking to upgrade. Oh, I love it. Like you bought that off the shopping channel or something, right? I have a Hurom, Hurom, and I've used it. I've had it now for 9 years, ever since the start of this cleanse, and it's still kicking, and I love it. And you know what? I want to buy a new one because it comes in pink. You guys know me, but I don't need to. It's still working great, so I highly recommend them. Hurom. Someone said the timing of this program is spot on. I concur. Someone said also Vitamix versus Ninja for smoothies. I'm a Vitamix girl. I had a Ninja years ago, 6, 7 years ago, and I wasn't impressed, but maybe they've changed. The thing I noticed with the Ninja was it still left a lot of the greens shredded in the smoothie, for example, whereas a Vitamix will completely pulverize everything. So with a Vitamix, you can actually warm up your soups and still keep them raw, still keep the enzymes, because it's just lightly, like it blends it to a warmth. So I'm a big fan of Vitamix. Last question. What about a plant-based protein shake? Great question. I don't suggest them during this cleanse simply because we're trying to come as close to nature as possible here. Okay. So what I do suggest for your protein in your smoothies is that you soak, one of your prep pieces for this weekend is to soak a couple of cups of raw organic almonds. And then you're going to rinse them really well. You could use those to make almond milk if you want, but you'll be adding those into your smoothies, or hemp seeds. 3 tablespoons of hemp seeds is going to give you 10 to 12 grams of protein. So that's what I'm suggesting. Now, you will likely have a reduction in protein this week, but you're going to be consuming such nutrient-dense recipes. And I mean, your recipes are going to have protein. You're going to have different forms of veg protein, different legumes, for example. But you're also not going to be needing it as you might typically need it, because you won't be doing intensive weight-bearing workouts this week. That is not a good idea when you're cleansing your body. Again, what you want to do is you want to say to your body, hey body, we are going to go straight and narrow on the cleanse path this week. We're not going to get distracted with CrossFit and whatever, like social media. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna just go real straight on cleansing and really focus. You're gonna sleep more this week for that reason. You're gonna focus on deeper sleep. You're gonna focus on your water intake. You're gonna focus on those things that are supporting your body and doing what it knows how to do. And listen, if you don't take a pause once in a while, you never really do it. Like you want to give your body the full focus it needs to do this. Let's do this, right? All right, you guys. We're just coming out. Look, we ended less than 30 minutes. Go Ange. First time ever. So listen, I'm going to actually download this, upload it to YouTube, because there is a portion of our group who have already moved off of the Facebook. I totally get it. So I'm going to do that for them. But for those of you that are in the Facebook group, this will live on the wall. And we will see you live Monday. Well, not live, but we'll be back Monday with the kickoff. But this weekend, we'll be doing all of our prep together. Okay? So happy you're here. Thanks for allowing me to play a part of your health journey. And I hope that you'll join us for years and years of future cleansing. Okay. Bye for now.